Everyone, I am going to take up the topic that is the last kind of partners, that is partners by estoppel or by holding out, section 28 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. In my last video, I have already discussed the 5 kinds of partners in a detailed manner. Now let's start with the topic that is the partners by estoppel or by holding out. If a person represents to the outside world by words spoken or written or by conduct or by lending his name that he is a partner in a certain partnership firm, he is then estopped from denying his being a partner and is liable as a partner in that firm to anyone who has, on the faith of such representation, granted credit to the firm. That's the section 28 says. It says if a person, he represents, that means he has made communicated to the outside world by words spoken or written or by conduct or by giving his name that he is a partner in a certain partnership firm, then he will be estopped from denying that he is not a partner, and he is also liable as a partner in that firm to anyone who has, on the faith of the representation, given a credit to the firm. Because the representation made by him, then the outside world, they were having a faith on the representation. That's why they have given a credit to the firm. That's why he will be liable as a partner in that particular partnership firm. Right? Now we see the actual position is what about that person, because he is liable as a partners by estoppel or holding out. What is the actual position? Actually, such a person is not a partner in that firm. He is not a partner. And there is no agreement also. He is not a partner. There is not an agreement. He is not, enter into the contract. That means there was no agreement as such that he is a partner in that particular partnership firm. And he was also not sharing the profits. He was not having a profits sharing. And he was not sharing the losses. And he was also, not knowing the exact, place of a business. And he was also not acted or taking an active part in the management. Right? He was not knowing even the exact place of business where it is, he does not know. But as he holds himself out to be a partner, because he said he is a partner, he holds himself to be a partner, then he becomes responsible to outsiders as a partner on the principle of estoppel or holding out. He will be responsible to the outsiders as a partner. So it is for this reason that such a person is called as partner by estoppel or partner by holding out. Right? This is clear on this point now. Right? So he may also be called as a quasi partner. He is not a partner, that's why called quasi means in between. For he is not a partner in the full implication of the term. He is not partner as a partner in the partnership firm. That is a full implication of the term. Only he is to the outside world, or you can say in the eyes of outside world, he is considered as a partner. He may also be known as a nominal partner. Only outsiders knows him as a partner, and that's why he will also known as a nominal partner. It is important to be noted that in order to entitle a person to bring an action under the doctrine of holding out, it must be shown that he acted on the faith of the representation while giving credit to the firm. Right? It is to be noted, very important to note here that, so if suppose that person who has given a credit to the firm, he wanted to bring an action. Right? So how he will be entitled? So what he has to do under the doctrine of holding on, what he has to do? He has shown that he has acted on the faith of the representation. He is believing on the representation made by the person, and that is why he is given a credit to the firm. That has to be made known to the court. He must prove as an evidence before the court of justice. That is very important on the principle of holding out. That faith of the representation, he believed that is, you have to show it. Because you have acted on the faith of the representation, and that is why you have given a credit to the firm, that you have to prove it before the court of law. Now we will see one illustrations over here, that now P represents to R. So he represents to R that he is a partner in the partnership firm of X, Y and Z. Right? P says to R that he is a partner in the firm name called X, Y and Z, while actually he is not a partner. On the faith of this representation, R gives credit to the firm. That is, a firm X, Y and Z will becomes, insolvent. R can make P liable on the basis of the holding out, and P is stopped from denying that he is a partner in the firm. It's very clear. So P represents to R. P has acted in representation, how he made it to the R that he is a partner in the partnership firm XYZ. He is a partner in that firm, he said. And that is why R, while he said, while actually he is not a partner. Right? He is not a partner, but he acted in such a way. On the faith of this representation, on believing on the representation made by P, R gives credit to the firm called XYZ. Now, in the meanwhile, XYZ firm becomes insolvent. That means bankrupts. So, R can make P liable on the basis of holding out. Right? P will be liable, and R can make liable P on the ground, on the doctrine of holding out. And P is a stop from denying. He is a partner in the firm. It's very clear on the ground of doctrine of holding out. Yes, this is the best illustration you can give it, because he himself says that he is a partner in the partnership firm, and when the partnership firm becomes insolvent, and that time you cannot deny that you are not a partner in the firm, because you have already made a representation in such a way in the to the person that is who has given a credit to the firm. So this is called principle of holding out, how you have to prove it. And in this illustrations, in this example, very well the doctrine of holding out or estoppel is fitted in that very particular facts of the cases. And that is why the decision made that the P will be liable as a partner in that partnership firm. So now clear on this partnership by or partners by holding out or estoppel. It is very, very technical, and it's very important to be discussed, because it is important from your examination point of view. So that's all for today's sessions, and keep watching my videos. And if anyone has not subscribed to my channels, please subscribe to it. I'm also coming with another video. I'm going to make it, that is, a minor can be a partner in a partnership firm or not. What is his rights? What is his liability? I'm coming with in a detailed manner discussions in my next video. Till then, keep watching my video till end.